Oh, man.
So we here with Jason Jeter, Grand Hustle. Just want to for ATLhustles.com. Just want to see how you got started, man, and tell me a little bit about yourself.
Jason Jeter, Groundsel Records, Groundsel Management. Um, I started out as a kid with a dream, with a plan, and I stayed down. I kept it going, I kept working towards it step by step. And now I'm where I'm at, and I got a lot further to go, I'll say.
What was your first job in the music industry? I heard how you came up. Just wanted you to tell the people how you started and how your grind and what you did to become to the top where you are now.
My first entry into the music business was as an intern for Arista Records. I was like I was like 18 years old. I had an internship, and that was in New York. And then when I came to Atlanta, I started working at Patchwork. And I was working for the label, working the records at College Radio. And nighttime, I was working in the studio. So those are some of my first experiences prior to Grand Hustle.
So during those beginning times, like how did that prepare you for what you're doing now? Like what type of things did you learn from being at Patchwork and Arista?
Um, I think most importantly, I learned the structure of a record company. You know what I'm saying? The structure of business, for the most part. Like, if you never go inside a office, if you never go inside a record label, you never really have a real understanding probably of the real dynamics. You don't know, like, okay, this is marketing, this is A&R, this is A&R admin, this is promotions, this is radio. You really, sometimes you really can't really visualize how separate it is. A lot of times people may come in a label and think, you might ask your product manager a question, or a radio person a question about marketing, or a marketing person a question about promotions. So really, I think that was probably the biggest thing and the best thing. When I got to Patchwork, it was cool because I got to meet people on both sides of the table. I got to meet executives, as well as artists, as well as producers. So I think that was the best thing about Patchwork, and really just meeting people at the ground stages, meeting people at that beginning stage, making the relationships from the beginning. A lot of times people always try to chase the person that's where they want to be. At Patchwork, it was cool because I got to meet people that was pretty much, on my level, that was starting out, and now X amount of years later, we've kind of like grown together, and you have that history together. So that's relationships that are real valuable right there.
Our last question is what advice would you give to aspiring managers, on what to do and what's the best advice you would give someone to an aspiring manager?
I say a manager. I say, like, you got to prepare yourself. You got to educate yourself. You got to definitely read and be honest. A lot of times managers, they thinking about what they getting and not really being honest. I've seen a lot of managers, like, at the beginning stages, kind of like X themselves out of a situation that that goes on to become something. So I definitely say that: read, educate yourself, and really just be honest, man.
See, Rob, you ready to bet back?